Geeky Chics. So a few weeks ago I found this picture on Tumblr of really pretty mosaic looking spring summer colored nails, and I wanted to attempt the look myself. So I figured while I did it I would share it with you guys to see if you also wanted to get this look. If you want to see how I achieved this look, please just keep watching. So for this tutorial you're going to need quite a few spring-like colors. These are the colors that I chose, and you're also going to need a good white for a base coat, and this is all the colors that I chose, including the base coat and the top coat. So here you see my bare nails. As you can see, they're a little bit gross towards the ends because unfortunately during the winter I used a dark red nail polish without a base coat. So here's a base coat that I'm going to use today. It's a Sally Hansen one, and I'm just going to quickly swipe that over each one of my nails before I start putting the colors on because we want to avoid that yellowness if we can. Luckily mine is almost grown out, as you can see, but it's a little bit gross. I also recommend that you unscrew all the tops to your nail polishes before you begin. Whenever I forget to do this, I always wind up smudging the nail polish along the way as I'm trying to open the bottles, especially when you're using as many bottles as you are for this tutorial. The color that I'm going to be using for my white base coat is Alpine Snow by OPI. Basically, you only need a thin base coat of white to put all the other colors on so that they really pop. Unfortunately, as you can see, my OPI was kind of left open a little bit and therefore is thicker than it should be. So a thin coat was not as easy for me as it may be for some other people that have a white nail polish. It's not so thick. But really, you just need one coat of this. So in the picture that I showed you, that was my inspiration for this look, they used a nice bright yellow. I don't own a bright yellow, so I decided to use gold. This gold is called Good Morning Sunshine, and it's by Milani. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and do 2 dots on each nail. The dots aren't really dots though, they're kind of like organic shapes. And I'm just going to do 2 of those on each one of my nails. And it's important that while you're doing this, you're trying to only have a little bit of paint on your brush, because if you have too much paint, it's going to have a dollop, and it's going to take a really long time to dry, and it's going to come out looking lumpy. So you're going to try to only have a little bit of paint on your brush as you're putting it on the white with each one of the colors. So you can see right there I kind of messed up and put too much paint. I just wiped off the brush and then absorbed some of it back into the brush. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with Mint Candy Apple by Essie. I have this little sample size of it. And basically what I'm going to do is just the same exact thing I did with the gold. Go in and do 2 dots on each nail. And again, trying not to be too precise here. It doesn't really matter where you put the dots on the nail. As you do more colors, they're going to start to overlap, and that's totally okay. It's all part of the look in the end. The next color I used was an old color by Revlon called Bright Sky. And I'm going in and I'm going to just do the same kind of a process, 2 dots on each nail. And it's important when you're doing this to really get to the edges of where the white is and not just concentrate the dots in the middle of the nail. Go all the way up to the end of the nail and also all the way up to the cuticle. The next color I go in with is French Affair by Essie. And you'll notice that I did the cooler colors first, well minus the gold. I did cool colors first and then warm colors after. I'm not really sure why I did this, I just figured in the end it would look better. And you can see that the colors are really starting to overlap at this point. This color is a really great orange by Sinful Colors. It's called Cloud 9. And it was kind of hard to work with, as you can see. It was a little bit runny, so I used a little bit more than I wanted to in some places, but I learned as I went along. As you can see, that's a big blob right there, so I tried to pick up some of that color and transfer it to the other side of the nail. I don't know if you noticed, but I also did 3 dots on my thumb with this color because I noticed that there was a lot more white on my thumb left than on my other nails, so I just chose to do 3 dots on that one, and you can do that as you go along. And 1 dot on my pinky. My last set of dots were made with this awesome pink color that I found at Urban Outfitters. It's just called Pink 5 on the top. I found this for 99 cents. I was so happy. It's really a really nice pink. And you can see that I'm just going to try and fill in as much of the leftover white as I can. with this last color. Now what's really important, especially with this kind of a look, is to go in with a top coat. This is a top coat by Rimmel. It's called 170 Crystal Clear, and it's supposed to make your manicure last up to 10 days. And honestly, it's pretty good. I like this top coat a lot. And it's important with this look because you want to even everything out and make everything the same kind of sheen and same level on your nails. And here is the finished look. Then I went and did my other hand, obviously.